Okay, race 2. Let's hope we get some birds home today because it's definitely been tough. A lot of water birds coming in, which is really good to see. So today, I just want to make sure that this clock is working. We had a few issues last week. So the first issue was the birds just weren't ready. Second issue, actually, I overfed them too much because of my operation. And thirdly, our clock, being the first race and I hadn't charged it, it ran out of battery and reset to, I think it was the last time I'd done a firmware update on it, it resets back to the factory side of things. So they were our 3 issues. We did get the recessive red home, which was good, but we probably would have been in maybe 50 to 100, or I'd say probably 80 to 100 position by the looks of it when I worked it out. But it wouldn't have counted anyway because we're already like 1 or 2 years behind on the actual year. It actually reset right back. So that was a pain in the butt. So I fixed that, the 3 issues. I've charged it and I let it run for a little while now. I'm just going to do a test on there with this little chip ring. I hardly fed the birds this race, gave them just a tiny little bit of barley and safflower, just a little bit to get them through the truck. And the fitness thing, I've been working them really, really hard. We've actually been able to do some loft line for about an hour every day, so I've been pushing it. We're still getting some falcon issues, which you would have seen in the last few videos previous to this. And hopefully I'm getting them on the truck toss tomorrow if our club's putting a basket in. I'm going to try and get all these guys moved up, and if I can't get them in there, I'm going to load them up in the car and take them up myself. Me and my 8-week-old son. We'll go for a little drive and try and get them out as far as we can. So we've got 3 weeks to bring these birds on before the race point jumps out to the next one. It starts getting a bit far. So yeah, we've got a lot of work to do, but we've had a lot of work to do over the last 12 months anyway. So what we'll do, go into training. We're already ready to go. We'll just do a quick little, there we go, and that's working. So I'm going to do that twice actually. We'll reset that again. All right, sweet. I'm pretty happy with that. Birds have been in the air for 35 minutes so far. So fly time, it's probably going about 2 hours. So probably got an hour and a half before they come. So I will touch base with you guys then. And fingers crossed we actually get something, because I've done a lot of waiting around last week and we didn't get much until that recessive red hen is in. So she's in this week. The 4 birds that we sent are actually experienced. I've been out to that point. 3 of them have actually been out there last week. The only one I didn't send that returned from last week is the Amelia hen. She might go on the truck toss tomorrow, so fingers crossed. Oh, and we got one. It's the black one. Come on. I was getting it. Come on. Yes. Oh, he did it. Oh my gosh, now that is random. So random. Oh man, what a story. We're going to have to talk about this. He's been elsewhere and he turned up, so I thought, oh, I might as well just put him in the race. Saves me driving to where I need to. Anyway, Black Titan, he did it. Okay, let's see how we go. One bird in there, injured back. So, yeah, been a bit tough, but you'll soon see in a minute. So we managed to get 3 out of 4 of the birds so far. I still think the other one will come home. We managed to get the second bird home was the recessive red hen. She seems to be a pretty consistent hen. She was last year as well. She's just slightly slow, but maybe she's more ready for those longer races. We've got the big boy here who made it back. He's a beautiful pigeon. Raced for us last year, and he actually was our clock bird in one of the really tough races. So yeah, he does all right. I don't know what we're going to place because we probably won't see it in today's video, just because I think clock out results might be up tomorrow night. So I'd hopefully want to try and get this video out before then. But see how we go. you'll notice number 3 bird, look at all this mess on the floor here. Water, big piles of food. So we've got one bird that's come back and his crop is completely ripped open. I've tried my best to seal it up and also patch it up and put some bandages on as well, just try and help hold it in place. But I don't know how that's going to go. It's pretty bad. I'll show you a little bit of a video of him, but I don't really want to go too much into it. But we did manage, so the black cock, he was first. He came in 11.52. And then the other 2 come in slightly after that. The second place is the red hen. Third place is the other cock, who's just like, you know, you can see there's only a very small, like, couple of minutes between them. But we'll have a look at him in a minute. Yeah, it is definitely tough out here, regardless if the birds are in condition or not. It is definitely tough racing in this position. There's no doubt about that. I don't know whether this guy got hit by the falcons or hit something on the way, but his wounds are pretty fresh, so I don't know if that's happened just recently or not. But what I've tried to do is try and get a bit of glue on his crop, and then I've put a bit of gauze on the front side of it, and then just patched him up with some tape, try and hold it all into place. I really just wanted him to get some water into him so he doesn't dehydrate. That's the biggest thing I'm probably worried about at the moment. But hopefully, where's all his food there? Hopefully he can try and get some food into him. You see before, he was sitting there for like half an hour and he's trying to eat all his food and try and get it in there, but it just kept dropping out. He'd get a nice full little crop, go for a drink, and then it would all just flush out. He'd done that a few times. I thought, nah, I've got to do something about it. But we're still waiting on one bird. May get him back. There's still quite a few hours before it does get dark. But yeah, it's just tough. This year's been the toughest. I think, like, the birds have been on the wing. The thing is, the birds this year are fitter than they ever have been. All these birds here have been at least to 20 kilometres 40 to 50 times, and I haven't filmed it all, but I generally take them with me a couple of times a week to do that, and I've been doing that for the last 7 months. So they're experienced. They just probably need that little bit of extra distance in them, which we'll try and get into these ones. But yeah, it's definitely tough out here, and the birds, it's just not the best place for racing pigeons, I'll tell you that. It is definitely looking like I'm going to go back to just keeping coloured pigeons and flying one-lofts, because these pigeons, the good one-loft pigeons, there's no doubt about that. We had some really good results from the very few amount of birds we sent last year, so maybe it's just, we are just going to focus on one-lofts, because I don't think the results are going to get any better yet. I'm trying to be positive, but yeah, it's tough, especially I don't have a lot of time, and the problem is every toss we're losing birds. We're getting picked off, and I know a lot of people in the comments saying you can't blame falcons, but they are a large contribution to, they actually are the biggest significant factor into what's happening right now anyway, because we can't loft fly because the falcons absolutely hammer them, and then we're trying to jump out and we're getting absolutely slaughtered. Previous years and videos you've seen me tossing them in this 20 kilometre zone, and the falcons are straight onto them, and then as soon as they come home, falcons are straight onto them, and as soon as they're out loft flying, falcons straight onto them. So yeah, it's looking like that we probably will just go back to colours at the moment, and then just keeping some of the really good ones for one lofts, because yeah, I just can't keep doing this. It's like I don't think anyone realises the amount of extra work on top of these birds I have to put in, because I can't loft fly them. Like literally every single day that I'm not at work, I have to toss these. Like I'm tossing 20 kilometres, 20 kilometres, 20 kilometres. I'm only filming a couple of them, so it looks like I'm not doing a lot of tosses, but these birds are in the basket a lot, probably more than anyone else is in the Federation, because I did start tossing, especially most of these ones, September, October last year, and they've been in the basket a couple of times a week since then. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to do. We'll keep chipping away over the next race or two and just see. But yeah, definitely a tough season for some reason. Very odd.